Yeah, I
Okay,
think he's
so
able to get that pole and that win. And yeah, look, he's 2 times faster. And this is only a second time racing since he's back from that oil rig.
I've just made my stream work, but Fiera Pro goes P13 the Ferrari, Lewis with a commanding lap to get into P1. Avesta just behind 2 tenths off. Zakaria on his VRP debut in P3. His good mate Harrison
Oh,
coming across the line to
Timbit is
start a
coming
lap
out.
in P4. We'll watch this lap into turn 1. You want to touch the apex and get out wide, get the power on early. Overtake on as the climb to Eau Rouge and Radion.
You watch in Halo cam or in the outside cam?
I flick between. I'm currently watching on board with him, over DRS wide open as we go off board to see this wide shot of the Haas throttling at 207 miles per hour down the straight,
He's
heavy braking
going
into
good into
Lecombe.
Lecombe. I think in a race we'll surely see 1 or 2 spins in Lecombe, because in this game your rear is like really weird going into that first Lecombe corner, and if you have like slightly wrong setup, your rear is going to overtake your front and is causing you to spin. I had really problems when I was doing Spa, and I think some drivers will also struggle with it a lot.
Yeah, and also with the smaller curves on this new design, you have to be a lot more precise throughout the whole track. You can't just launch it over the curves and hope the car will stay. Harrison on a good lap here as he comes through the sector 2 line. A little bit wide, he is purple,
But still a
3.5 tenths
purple.
up. Touching the wheel into the gravel, full Carlos Sainz style from Sunday on the run through Blanchimont now. Hot lap mode. Will he bring the overtake on? He's got 2
I don't
cars.
think he lost much time. We saw in the quali on Saturday that even with touching the gravel you gain a lot. Like PS3 did it and was like only 4 tenths behind Max, so I don't think you lose much.
So Harrison's used all of his deploy out of the bus stop chicane to the line and he goes
And
400
strong, only
behind
400.
Lewis. It's a very strong lap, splitting Avesta and Lewis. RPL
I
Zakaria on
think
a
the
lap.
only guy going on to a lap now is Timbit. Timbit is starting his lap now.
As Hazard is finishing his lap, but he's bailed out
Oh,
of it.
and Yannick goes P11. I think it's Yannick.
So we'll watch Timbid with the Pierre Gasly helmet on, as he did join the session late. Through Radion, keeping in 8th up the hill. Big steep climb, DRS wide open onto the Kemmel Straight. What will his speed difference be compared to Harrison? Harrison hit 206. Timbid up at 209, flying on the straight lines, but he's very deep
Now you
into
need to brake.
Lecombe. And why do you think that is? Why do you think he just couldn't quite get the car turned in?
Um, it depends a lot on the brake bias. It's difficult here, or if he adjusted his the engine braking a little bit too low, you get some problems. When the game was new, I also like tried it, and if you have it below 80, you slide a lot into the corners, and you don't have really much of a braking. And like if you don't drive with ABS, 33 brake bias is really good, but Timber drives with ABS off, so it's really difficult to find his line here. So he needs to fix that, otherwise I don't see him getting anything good in the race.
So on this lap, struggling for the turn-in and the braking now into the bus stop chicane, he's still just struggling a little bit and he's bailed out. He's looking to get a new setup on maybe.
Oh, and he hits a pit.
Pavle has invalidated his lap. The only other driver finishing a lap
Who is
now
this
is
driver?
RPL Zaccaria coming through Blanchimont and he's invalid. So current pole sitter, Lewis McWilliam in P1 on provisional pole, letting through the Williams. Everybody else out on that outlap just starting now. Pavle, I don't know if he's planning to go again or coming into the pit lane and try and get out within a minute.
We maybe see some orders here, because I know Lewis and Omar are in a party at the moment. I also for the formation lab a quick I asked Omar how he prepared for this race, and I got an audio. I can I can play that in the information lab, so you know how Omar prepared for the spa race.
So
Quite
Vaxi
nice fun
6
fact
tenths
about
down.
Spa, named of the villages around Spa. Like the corners are pointing to that village.
A cool fun fact about Spa there. What about No Name? Is that a village or is that just a corner without a name?
Those corners, I don't think those Blanchimont. Blanchimont is also a small village there.
As now we're going to watch Lewis McWilliam take us on a hot lap of Spa, the man notorious for finding the pace when he needs to in qualifying. He sets up out of the bus stop chicane to the line and into turn 1. Late braking, locking the rears, but getting it turned in perfectly. Maybe he wanted to lock the rears there to help the car get turned in. As he's on the long run up to Blanchimont. Overtake enabled. Does he keep in the 8s? He does. Bit better minimum speed than we've seen from other people through Blanchimont. Was that maybe not Blanchimont, sorry, Radion, due to the battery uses before. Lewis McWilliam into the first sector split, nearly 2 tenths up, gets the car in for both curbs through Les Combes into the next corner here, not wanting to touch the gravel. He doesn't. The long corner now, get the car late apex and keep it, and then get the accelerator on as early as you can. No Name now, clip the curb on the inside. He's getting a nice toe from this Alpine. Will he block him through Pouon though? Touches the curb on the inside, just about keeps it within the track limits. He's getting a nice toe from the Alpine. Is the Alpine going to get out of the way? Braking hard. This Alpine is very much blocking him now, looking to get out of the way, and he does. Lewis will be a little frustrated about that, but he is 3 tenths up. He's flying on this lap. Purple through the middle sector, purple through the first sector. Can anybody stop him? They're on to Blanchimont now. 60% ERS, much more than we saw from Harrison. Lewis being a lot more sustainable with it, making sure that he doesn't run out towards the end as the overtake enabled now. People rushing to the line to try and get there early. Hits the apex at the bus stop, but a little bit wide on the second part, but clips the curb. And now he's going to come across the line to settle 1:41.9. Loses time in the final sector, but it's good enough.
Harris is on his lap and he gets slipstream a lot
For the provisional pole. Now we're watching Harrison's Alba talk us through it.
I think he can get the whole Camel straight, but the Sauber in front of him will make a lot of problems because he's too close and he needs to watch out that he won't crash into him, because that Sauber is definitely not going to make space, and it is still a lot slower than Harrison.
So Tizian nearly 2 seconds behind Lewis on his fastest lap. Harrison, we're watching him from the rear view of the kick Sauber, which you don't normally see in qualifying. Is Harrison improving as we go?
I don't think he will improve with this Sauber in front of him. Yeah, and the hit. Oh, and Zakaria gets a 5-second.
As there's been a collision
but
between.
Wester is behind him, right? And Wester still has the chance to get anything.
As we hit the second sector line now, does Harrison improve? He's a 10th down. He's using all his overtake. Is he maybe going to go for the move? He's invalidated and given up on it.
He's slowing down. He impeded. I think for Harrison it was over when he ran into that Sauber spec.
Avesta through the second sector line. He needs 5 tenths to beat Lewis McWilliam. He's up by 2.5. It's not going to be enough, but could he get the P2? Omar into P4 to lock out that row with the V-carbs of P4 and P5. However, the 5-place grid penalty for Zakaria. Going to drop him down to P10. Oh, and Pavle Kitic with a brilliant lap into P4.
Came out of nowhere.
Harrison spinning out the final corner. Avesta chucking the car in all over the curbs. Was that the quickest way through there, as we see the McLaren with no wing? Avesta goes pole!
Oh, and Avesta gets the pole by
what a lap, what a final sector. 19 thousandths of a second separating the top two. Anybody else on a lap now?
Just that he is such a bottle. He bottled so hard. He's 7 tenths slower than what he did yesterday. And our reigning champion starts P6.
Do you want to run us through the grid, Sauber?
grid because I don't know who got a penalty. There were some people. Lose P2. I think it will be a close battle for the lead.
And how do you think the rain is going to impact the race late on?
It depends when the rain is coming out. Like in the Spa track here on the game, it's really difficult when you have like rain. You can still do 2 to 3 laps more on the soft tires
So if it's
without
coming,
having problems. So if the rain is coming out like in lap 20 or 19, I think some people will take the risk and drive through on the softs and maybe they get rewarded for it. Because you surely can't, if you drive safe on those soft tires in the rain and don't spin much, I think you surely can get those 20 seconds of gap manageable.
so here's your top 5 in qualifying. Avesta Guardi, Seals pole position, followed by Lewis McWilliam, Pavle Kitic, with 2 Aston Martins in the top 3. Harrison in P4, keeping up his good qualifying form. Omar P5, with his teammates behind, however,
Zakaria in P11.
with a grid penalty. We've got 3 seconds till we go on to the formation lap. Weather is approximate for this race, so the drivers will not know when it's coming.
Until we are waiting until the grid is going, we will hear how Omar prepared for this race.
Actually, I don't really.
Oh, wait, I accidentally have it on 2 times. No.
Well, actually, I don't really do much practice for a Grand Prix, but because of the holidays now, just sometimes do like a bit of quality laps, then just go out, do a bit of race practice, see what tires are good, what tires aren't good, and then just take it from there.
And wait.
Also for this track, I did a bit extra because this I'm not actually good at Belgium, so I did a bit extra race practice and quality practice.
So Omar he's not that good on the track, but the qualifying showed otherwise.
So he did say beforehand he was more impressive in the race, he believes, and struggled a bit for quali pace. So P5 in qualifying. Could he be aiming for the podium in the race?
I think he surely can. Especially with the small impeding mistakes and those stuff, like people would surely get past.
As we see Lewis McWilliam warming up his tyres to the point
And Lewis
where
is
he
already
was.
off on the grass. And Wester, our pole sitter, goes through Rouge.
So
And
would you...
Chocolada and TTV Waxy got disqualified. So Wester P1 going into Rouge. I didn't think he will impress that much. But I don't think with those top 2 guys, we won't see him talking anything about the win. I think the win will only be decided between Wester and Lewis here.
have I just lagged out?
Who lagged out?
I have. Can you send me another invite, please?
Yeah, wait. So while I invite you, another fun fact. Eau Rouge is named Eau Rouge because there is a little river going under Eau Rouge, and because it's really red because of the iron that comes out of the mountains where the Eau Rouge, where that little river comes from, and that's why it's named Eau Rouge.
An interesting insight there, as we're looking at my helmet,
And I hope the game
because
lets me invite you.
I'll appear online, so it's easier.
It takes a lot. Yeah, I can invite you then over the game. You okay? I set it in invite. And we see the tire strategy with one stop for both, either in lap 9 to 14 for the hards or 10 to 14 for the mediums. Oh, and Lewis is, West is waving a lot for warming up the tires. I think they all have a little bit of problems with the tire rear.
Do you reckon I can get another invite?
Yeah, wait. Okay, we are set in the grid. Oh, one guy is standing really... A lot of people got disqualified for parking wrong. And it's 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And it's